first this hour, after a record win for the USA in the Ryder Cup, there have been some ominous warnings coming out of Whistling Straits that an era of dominance could be about to begin. The USA team, led by Steve Stricker, became the first in the modern era to reach 19 points. Podrick Harrington's Europeans could only manage 9. USA took an 11-5 lead into Sunday's singles, and needing only 14.5 points to regain the cup, well, it never really looked in doubt, did it? There were tears from the likes of McIlroy and Ian Poulter at the end, but also an acceptance that a stronger team on paper proved just as dominant on grass and sand.
I should have done more for them this week. I'm glad I put a point on the board for Europe today, but you know, I just can't wait to get another shot at this.
It's painful. You know, watching the guys out on 18 enjoying themselves is something that you come into this week with visions of that happening for you as a team. We've got a great team this week, and we were outplayed.
I won the Open by 6 shots in my home country, and this week has by far... Sorry, Tommy. But this week has been by far the best week of my golfing career. Like, honestly, to be able to share the team room with these boys, to be able to play for Paddy, it's just been, yeah, it's been so special.
I did what I needed to do. I'm quite a practical person, but I know I needed to be more than that when you're the Ryder Cup captain. So I do think I managed to bring these guys together. And okay, we didn't get the result we wanted, but I think we were a team, and that's the most important thing.
You know, we always very much revel in the underdog role, you know, and quite clearly the European team this week tried to appease the fans and soften the crowds, and I get all that. But, you know, what we've always been able to nurture is this culture of, you know, being downtrodden and being you know, the guys down the bottom trying to get up against the might of America. And, you know, I saw a lot of that fight yesterday afternoon. We didn't really see it the first few days. It was a little bit too quiet and muted. We certainly saw it in the afternoon yesterday. That was the first time we kicked, was yesterday afternoon. But at that stage, it was arguably too late. You know, we were too far behind.
Well, different story for the USA, who revelled in their dominant victory, and there was even a reconciliation between Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka, whose rivalry has been the subject of much focus. Check out their hug here, egged on by their teammates. There we go. Well, a comprehensive performance for the US, and that's backed up by the stats from the week as well. The youngest ever American team secured the most points of any team during the modern era. It's also the first time they've won consecutive home Ryder Cups in 38 years. A story of the week was just how well the American rookies played, losing just 4 of their 21 matches. Contrast that to 8 defeats for Europe's rookies. This is the venue for the 2023 contest. The Marco Simone Golf and Country Club in Italy. Stunning, isn't it? 10 miles from the city centre of Rome. It hosted the Italian Open earlier this month, which was won by Niccolo Højgaard, with Tommy Fleetwood finishing second. It will become the 3rd venue in continental Europe to host the Ryder Cup, after Valderrama in Spain and the Golf National in France. But the big question's already being asked, like who will lead Europe in that one? Lee Westwood has been linked with the captain's role. Here was his reaction when he was asked by our reporter, Jamie Weir.
I don't know, Jamie. You know, I love playing. You know, I don't know whether I'd miss it too much. You know, is it worth, you know, keeping grinding it out and getting in that gym again, and, you know, working out and staying healthy, and feel like I've still got the nerve, proved that today. And playing beats sitting there watching other people playing. I can't tell you how frustrating it was in Paris, sitting there watching the lads play. And, you know, yeah, it's just nothing replicates feeling the nerves and the pressure and wanting to do it.
Westwood hoping he can make the team again then. Despite being the oldest player at Whistling Straits, the United States' average age was almost 6 years younger than Europe, with a significantly better world ranking average as well. Despite having a considerable advantage in experience, Europe also trailed the American team in the number of major wins. So could the USA go on to dominate and win in Europe for the first time since 1993? Xander Schauffele, who brought a cigar into the news conference, wasn't in the mood for that kind of talk.
He's going to enjoy now. You're thinking way too far ahead of us. For me personally, I had no idea we had media after all of this. So we're going to enjoy this one for now and collect ourselves shortly after.
I think this is unfinished business. I think this was one of those first one-in wins. I think we needed to win this one, and then I think it was a massive stepping stone for this team and the group that we have here that have really known each other since almost back to grade school to continue to try and work hard to be on these teams to go over there, because it's one thing to win it here, and it is a lot easier to do so, and it is harder to win it over there. And if we play like we did this week, the score will look the same over there in a couple years, and that's what we're here for.
U.S. team is, there's phenomenal talent on that team, a lot of young guys, and I think the most important thing for the U.S. team is a lot of young guys that are great players that have bought into the Ryder Cup. I think that was probably missing in previous generations, but guys like Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, the sort of heartbeat of that U.S. team, they've really bought into the team aspect of Ryder Cups, Presidents Cups, and having guys like that on the team, they're going to be formidable opposition from now until I'm probably not playing Ryder Cups whenever that is.
There is a lot of guys in the middle of their career now who should be moving on in their golf. They certainly haven't peaked yet. So Europe, yes, we will look to young guys coming in over the future, but the heart of this team will be here for a few more years for sure.
Zach Johnson is favourite to take the captaincy in Rome for the US, but there are, of course, no rules against Stricker doing the job more than once. Last night, however, that wasn't on his radar.
Mapped out, and there's guys in positions to be the next captains. It was an unbelievable experience. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad it's over.